What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Hoodrat podcast. And today we're going to talk about the pros and a few cons of New York Comic Con 2023 here in New York City. We're out here in Times Square. And you guys know that I'm a seasoned San Diego Comic Con veteran. Been doing that con for over a decade. But I got to tell you, man, I think New York stole my heart. And here are the reasons why. I have to start by sharing my absolute favorite part of New York Comic Con this year. My very first New York Comic Con, and that was Artist Alley. It was without a doubt the best Artist Alley I've ever experienced. And that's saying a lot because I've been to many conventions, including the biggest ones in the world. The energy at this place was electric, and it was like a dream come true for a comic head like me. Everywhere I turned, there were brilliant and legendary artists showcasing their incredible work, from iconic comic book writers such as Chris Claremont, Walt Simonson, Frank Miller, Ryan Ottley, Jenny Frison, Whilce Portacio, Humberto Ramos, Eric Larson, to indie creators such as Robert Kirkman, James Tynion, Rodney Barnes, Matt Kent, and other great artists like Peach Momoko, Art Germ, Lucio Perillo, and E.M. Gist. And that's just to name a few. That's just to name just a small few. It was a comic head's dream. What made the experience truly exceptional was the atmosphere. The artists there weren't focused on selling their art or trying to, make pitches. They were genuinely there to connect with their fans. They exuded positivity and warmth, taking the time to chat with everyone who stopped by their tables, including me. The passion they had for the craft was infectious, and it was clear that they were enjoying the conventions just as much as I was. They were more than willing to talk to me, talk about their artistic process, do a little sketch in my book for free, and do impromptu interviews. This level of interaction and enthusiasm created a unique and a welcoming vibe that made Artist Alley at NYCC 2023 an unforgettable experience for me. It's a testament to the sense of community that the comic and pop cultural world brings together, and I left feeling not only inspired, but also deeply grateful for the opportunity to meet and support these talented writers and artists. A huge shout out to all the artists at New York Comic Con this year. You were the heart and soul of this incredible convention. While New York Comic Con was an absolute blast overall, there was one aspect of the convention that left me slightly underwhelmed this year. Drum roll, the main floor. I couldn't help but notice the absence of specialty action figures and statues, which I usually expect, and it brings a significant draw for collectors like me. It was similar to San Diego Comic Con this year because Hot Toys and Sideshow decided to do their own online convention and not make their presence felt at big cons like San Diego and New York. So it's not New York's fault, but I thought the lack of these specialty toy companies and dealers was something missing to my heart. But some of my favorite toy companies were there, like Super 7 and NECA. But one thing I enjoy at SDCC is the Hasbro and Mattel presence displays and all their toys, which I didn't see at New York Comic Con. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't find it. It felt like something was missing without those eye-catching, high-end, 1/6 scale statues that I've come to expect from big cons. But additionally, there was a massive presence of manga. And manga has been a big presence at San Diego Comic Con as well. But for someone who's not particularly into manga, it didn't quite resonate with my interest. But I know it does for a lot of other people, but just not for me. My nephew and I know my boy Hart loves those mangas. While I certainly appreciate the popularity and diversity of manga, it wasn't the kind of stuff that I'm personally looking for. However, it's not all doom and gloom. One bright spot was the presence of numerous comic book dealers with fantastic selection of comic books, including some rare and valuable books. Dealers were more than willing to strike up a conversation, make some deals, share their expertise, and help make my wallet even happier. I did manage to snag a few books for my collection at prices that were awesome. So while the main floor might not have catered to my specific interest this year, the fantastic comic book finds and the vibrant community of comic book enthusiasts and dealers certainly added a positive spin to the experience. It's a reminder that NYCC still offers something for every pop culture fan, even if you're not interested in it. Get educated like I have. Even if some of the areas of the convention were a bit lighter on things I was personally seeking, I still had a blast. One absolute highlight of New York Comic Con 2023 was the fact that it was hosted in the incredible and iconic city of New York. As a person flying out from California, San Diego, the big city experience was a breath of fresh air, and I couldn't get enough of that vibrant atmosphere. First, let's talk about food. New York City is renowned for its delicious culinary scene, and I made sure to indulge in some classic New York pizza and explore numerous food trucks offering a wide range of delectable treats. Every bite was a burst of flavor, and the food alone was an adventure in itself, and it wasn't that much money. But what truly stood out was the people of New York. Contrary to some stereotypes, New Yorkers were incredibly friendly and welcoming. I had a fantastic conversations with locals and fellow congoers alike. Their enthusiasm and passion for their city was contagious, and I felt right at home in the Big Apple. Surprisingly, for a massive metropolitan area, New York City was exceptionally clean. The streets were well maintained, and it was evident that the city's residents took pride in their city. This cleanliness added to an overall positive experience for me, making the city even more enjoyable to explore. Being from San Diego, the hustle and bustle of New York City was a delightful change for a beach kid like me, and I couldn't help but be enamored by the city's energy, diversity, and the undeniable charm that you can only find in New York City. The backdrop of this remarkable city only enhanced the overall NYCC experience, making it a memorable and unique adventure that I won't soon forget. One major letdown at New York Comic Con 2023 was the abysmal Wi-Fi connectivity. For someone like me who wanted to share the convention experience in real time with friends and followers on platforms like Instagram and YouTube, the poor Wi-Fi made it incredibly frustrating. Creating and uploading content on the fly became a significant challenge for me, and it hindered the ability for me to share the excitement for those who couldn't attend. I actually had to go outside, in the front of Javits. It's kind of the entrance, and I would go up there and upload things. As soon as I got out of Javits, I could do it. But in Javits, impossible. What was even more disheartening was the hearing of comic dealers, or dealers in general, who had to pay a hefty $350 for Javits Wi-Fi, only to find it equally unreliable as regular phone data. This not only impacted my ability to document the convention, but also hindered vendors and exhibitors who rely on internet access for credit card transactions and customer engagement. The issue of subpar Wi-Fi needs to be addressed at future NYCCs. Consistently strong and accessible Wi-Fi is essential for both attendees and exhibitors, enabling everyone to fully participate and enjoy the convention experience in real time. It's high time that such a prominent and widely attended event like New York Comic Con invests in robust and affordable Wi-Fi solution to ensure that everyone can connect, share, and engage seamlessly. Summing up my experience at New York Comic Con 2023, I can confidently say that it was a resounding success. As a dedicated pop culture, movie, and comic enthusiast, this convention was a true delight. With the backdrop of that incredible city called New York and its vibrant community, the convention was already off to an awesome start. In the heart of the Javits Center, the thoughtful layout of New York Comic Con was truly noteworthy. The well-spaced sections, including Artist Alley, the exhibit floor, celebrity signings, and panels, made for a far less crowded and more enjoyable experience compared to being a sardine. This allowed fans to truly immerse themselves in their favorite aspects of pop culture without feeling overwhelmed. The convention's unwavering focus on comics was refreshing change. The plethora of comic book dealers, legendary artists and creators, comic-related content truly made New York Comic Con a genuine Comic Con. It reignited my passion for the medium and allowed for engaging interactions with like-minded fans and creators. Considering all these factors, I would rate New York Comic Con 2023 from a scale 1 to 10, 1 being like don't attend, it's not even worth it, to 10 like damn, you should go. I would rate it, drumroll, a 9. I'd recommend dishing out your hard-earned money to spend 1 week in New York City and at New York Comic Con. For me, it was worth every single penny. It would have been perfect 10 if not for them Wi-Fi woes, but nothing can be perfect, right? The convention's dedication to celebrating comics, the vibe of the East Coast community, and its overall fantastic organization left an indelible impression on me. I can't wait to return to New York Comic Con in the future with the hopes of a seamless online experience to complement the fantastic real-world one that I had in 2023. Go check it out, and I'll see you there soon. Thank you, New York Comic Con.